The auction. The hall is dark and cold like the inside of a forgotten spaceship. Strange lights flash across the walls showing alien symbols and numbers. Hundreds of aliens sit in silence staring at the stage. The air smells like smoke, metal, and fear. A spotlight falls on a cage in the center of the room. Inside it is a human girl. Her name is Elena. Her skin is bruised, her clothes are torn, her eyes are tired but full of fire. Chains hold her hands and feet. The cage rises slowly, making her visible to the crowd. Whispers begin. A human female. Rare. Beautiful. Strong spirit. Behind the cage stands a tall alien man with red skin and black eyes. He is Viren. He was once Elena's lover. Now he is her seller. He speaks to the crowd in a deep voice that echoes across the room. This one is special, he says. She is not weak like others. She is human and she has fire in her blood. The aliens begin to bid. Gold credits, plasma coins, weapons, even planets. Elena stares at the floor. She does not cry. She has no tears left. She remembers when Viren held her hand and said he would protect her. She remembers when he kissed her forehead and promised to always stay. Now he sells her like an object. A strange noise comes from the back of the hall. The crowd turns. A human steps inside. He walks slowly. No fear in his steps. His face is half hidden under a hood. His jacket is torn and dusty. His boots leave prints on the silver floor. His name is Jax. No one here knows him. No one cares. But he keeps walking. He stands in front of the stage and looks up at Elena. Their eyes meet. She looks away. She does not trust anyone. Not anymore. Viren laughs. A human wants to bid, he says. The crowd laughs too. Weak creatures. Stupid species. Jax raises his hand. He speaks only one word. 10 million. The hall goes silent. Even the lights seem to stop flickering. 10 million. More than anyone ever bid before. Viren stares at him. You don't have that kind of money, he says. You are lying. Jax takes out a small crystal from his coat. It glows bright blue. Everyone gasps. It is a core stone. More valuable than a fleet of ships. A galaxy treasure. Jax throws it toward Viren. Take it. Let her go. Viren hesitates. He looks at Elena, then at Jax. He shrugs and unlocks the cage. The chains fall from Elena's hands. She steps forward but her legs shake. She is weak. She almost falls. Jax moves quickly. He catches her before she hits the ground. She tries to pull away but he holds her gently. I won't hurt you, he whispers. You are safe now. Elena does not speak. Her heart is racing. She wants to believe him, but she has believed lies before. Viren watches them leave. His eyes are cold. His smile is fake. He whispers to himself. Let him take her. He won the girl. But I will win the war. Outside the hall, Jax walks with Elena toward a small ship. It looks old but fast. The stars above are bright and full of danger. Elena speaks for the first time. Why did you buy me, she asks. Jax looks at her. Because no one else would, he says. Because someone had to. The ship door opens. They step inside. Elena sits in silence. Jax starts the engine. Far away in the shadows. A message is sent. A bounty is placed. Hunt the human. Bring the girl back. Alive or dead. Inside the ship. Jax looks at Elena again. He does not smile. He does not speak. But in his eyes, there is something real. Not pity. Not lust. Not lies. Something she has not seen in a long time. Hope. The room is quiet. Only the hum of the ship fills the space. Elena opens her eyes slowly. She is lying on a soft bed, wrapped in a clean blanket. She is warm for the first time in many days. But she does not feel safe. Not yet. Her body still hurts. Old bruises on her arms. Burn marks on her back. Wounds she carries both outside and inside. She sits up quickly. Her eyes scan the room. No cage. No chains. No Viren. Only silence. And a table with food. She hears footsteps. She grabs a sharp spoon from the tray. Her hands shake but her heart is ready to fight. The door opens. It is Jax. He enters slowly. He holds no weapon, only a metal box in his hand. He places it on the table. Medical kit, water bottle, soft towel. Elena does not lower the spoon. She looks at him like a wounded animal, cornered, angry, scared. Jax sits on the floor far from her. He does not speak. He waits. Minutes pass. Elena puts the spoon down. She picks up the water, drinks every drop. Her throat burns, but she keeps drinking. Jax finally speaks. You are not my prisoner. This ship is yours as much as mine. Elena stares at him. Her voice is rough. Who are you really? Why did you save me? Jax looks at the floor. He does not answer right away. Then he says, because I failed someone like you before, and I will not fail again. Elena does not trust him yet, but his voice is not like Viren's. No smooth lies, no sweet traps, only pain and truth. She asks again, how do you know Viren? Why do you hate him? Jax opens the box, takes out a small chip. He places it on the table and taps it. A hologram appears. It shows a younger Jax, standing beside Viren, smiling, wearing the mark of the slavers. Elena's eyes go wide. She steps back. You were one of them. Jax nods. I believed what they told me, that humans were weak, that selling them was survival, that pain was just business. Then one day, I saw a girl in a cage. She looked like you, eyes full of fire. They sold her. I did nothing. She died the next day. Since then, I have hunted slavers, destroyed their markets, freed every human I found. He looks up at her. You can hate me. You should. But I am not your enemy now. Elena's hands drop to her sides. She does not cry. She does not forgive. But she listens. She sits down slowly, takes a small bite from the food. It is dry and tasteless, but it feels real. Later, she walks through the ship. Rooms are small, walls scratched from old fights. One wall has photos, old photos of rescued humans. She finds her picture too, taken at the auction. Under it, one word is written, saved. Jax enters the hallway. We are heading to a hidden station, he says. You can stay there. No one will find you. Elena replies, I don't want to hide. I want to learn, to fight, to destroy them all. Jax nods. There is fire in her voice again. But before he can answer, an alarm starts ringing. Red lights flash. A message appears on the screen. Warning. Tracker detected. Elena's voice turns cold. Viren put something in me. He can find us. Jax slams a button. Ship changes course. They fly into a nebula, hidden in lightning and smoke. Outside, in the blackness of space, a fleet begins to move. Hunters with sharp teeth and no mercy. Inside the ship, Elena stands with her hands clenched. Jax looks at her with steady eyes. Neither of them speaks. But something has changed. The hunted girl is becoming something else. A weapon, a storm, a rising force. The stars are not quiet tonight. They flicker like warning signals. Flashes of red, blue, white, like they are trying to speak, like they are screaming. The ship is running. Engines at full power. Wings shaking. Metal crying. Inside, Elena stands beside Jax in the cockpit, both staring ahead, not blinking. Behind them, in the black shadow of space, 3 ships follow. Slaver class. Fast, cold, deadly. Jax moves his fingers across the screen. His face is calm. His eyes are fire. Elena watches his hands, his focus, his silence. She speaks. Why don't we stop and fight? Jax replies, because we won't win. Not yet. The ship dives into an asteroid field. Sharp rocks, spinning ice, dark tunnels. The enemy ships follow. Hungry, loud, getting closer. Jax pushes the ship down into a narrow gap, scrapes the wing, almost hits a frozen cliff. Elena grips the edge of the seat. Her heart beats too loud. She closes her eyes, but only for a second. She opens them again. She forces her fear down. She speaks. Tell me what to do. Jax looks at her. Not with doubt. Not with pity. But with trust. He points to the side panel. Keep that system running. If it fails, we freeze in space. Elena nods. Her fingers move. Not smooth. Not perfect. But brave. Minutes pass. The ship breaks through the asteroid field. But the enemies are still behind. One is closer now. Fires a shot. Hits the tail. Sparks fly. Jax growls under his breath. We need to land. Hide. Repair. He sends out fake signals. Drops heat bombs. Turns off the lights. The ship disappears into the shadow of a dead moon. Silence again. Inside the ship. Both of them breathe hard. But they are alive. For now. Jax leaves the cockpit. Goes to the back. Opens a small panel. Wires burned. Circuits cracked. Elena follows. She sees the wound in the ship. Sees the wound in Jax's arm too. He is bleeding. But still working. She speaks. Let me help. He nods. No words this time. Together they fix the system. Slow work. Hot tools. Smell of metal and smoke. Elena asks, have you ever lost someone? Jax answers without turning. Everyone I cared about. One by one. Elena says, same. Their voices are quiet. But inside them, a storm grows. Later that night, Elena walks to the observation window. The moon outside is broken, like someone took a bite out of it. She stands in silence. Then she hears music. Soft, old Earth song, playing from the ship speaker. Jax is sitting on the floor, cleaning a weapon. He does not look at her, but he says, my sister loved this song. She used to say, even stars need lullabies. Elena sits beside him. She does not touch him, but her presence says enough. They are no longer strangers. They are not yet healed, but no longer alone. Suddenly, the ship alarm beeps once. Low sound. Not danger, but warning. Jax checks the screen. The enemy ships are scanning the moon. Time is short. He looks at Elena. We run again at sunrise. Elena nods, but her eyes are different now. Not just fire. Now, they hold focus. They hold revenge. The stars will not be quiet again, because someone is coming for them. But someone else is ready to fight back. The pod landed hard on the frozen surface of an unknown moon, and then silence a voice followed like a blanket thrown over a scream. Elliot woke, first his shoulder aching, his breath fogging the cracked glass of the pod window outside. It was only white snow and sharp wind, and a broken sky with high emotional like tired eyes. DNA value opened her eyes slowly and looked around confused. This is not a safe zone, she said, voice dry. This is not on the map. Recording ends. Elliot pulled the emergency beacon offline. He had done it on purpose. He knew they could track standard escape paths. She looked. This place was lost, erased from the colony network. A graveyard moon abandoned after failed mining operations years ago. No one came here now. Like he is holding something outside back. Boots sinking into the cold dust. The wind sharp like knives. But the silence deeper than fear. Old mining station. The area found empty. An old bunker buried under ice after doors rusted, but still locked with human code. The ship entered the override and the door creaked open like something inside was holding its breath. The ground, the lights inside flickered alive. The air smells like old earth and broken everywhere. Metal walls covered in dust. The station, and forgotten fingerprints. Walls. This place was a secret of vault not meant to be found, and yet here they were hunted and hiding inside a ghost made of wires and into metal. Syrah looked around, her body tense. This place smells like fear. Elena walked slowly. Elliot said nothing, but he felt it too. Something was wrong here. Something old familiar. Watching. Wrong. They walked through narrow halls past broken cameras, sees and screens that still blinked error codes. Inside, like they were trying to speak. Then they found the central room where bodies still sat already in chair skeletons in uniforms. Her name is holding a photo of a child and a note that said, "Forgive me, I tried." Words. Syrah covered her mouth, her voice a whisper. What is this? Recovered from Earth. Elliot moved to the main console, connected his pad, and downloaded the last logs. The files loaded slowly. Old files. Then here's Jack's failed mission marked confidential, unauthorized hybrid breeding. I didn't want you to find it like status failed containment breach 0 survivor. A sharp. He kept reading each word heavier than the last Earth command. I tried to create hybrid soldiers right here using alien DNA and human test subjects. The result was not life, but something else, something that broke the lab from inside and killed everyone before it could be shut down. Because I was scared. They started, he said, the screen where they tried to do what another video starts. Syrah stepped back, eyes wide. No wonder they called my kind of threat. They made us monsters before we ever had a chance to be alive. laughing. Elliot was about to answer when the alarm
Byron
blinked
says
again
in the
motion
video,
detected outside.
she's
But
worth
it was not
more
the
than a
alien
ship.
ship, not the
We
hunters
scan
from
her.
before this was
We
different.
break
The
her.
ID signature
We
was
sell her
human Earth
DNA.
command shuttle
Then we
inbound
sell her
ETA
again.
5 minutes. Jax
He
in the
stared at the
video
screen,
replies,
confused, shocked,
easy
angry.
credits. How did they get here?
Elena watches.
Syrah's voice
Frozen.
cracked. Maybe they were
Broken.
never far.
She
Maybe
can't
someone
breathe.
on your side
She
was
can't
watching
think.
all along. She runs. The door
from the
shook
room.
once, then twice,
Jax
then
follows.
burst open, and
Elena
what stepped
waits.
inside was not
She
a
turns
creature, not a
fast.
robot, but a
Fists
man dressed
clenched.
in Earth command
Tears
uniform,
in her
face
voice.
calm, eyes
Why
empty
should I
like
trust
someone
you
who had
now?
forgotten how to be
You
human.
were with them.
Hello,
Jax
Elliot, he
steps
said,
closer.
voice smooth. You
Not
were
now.
always clever,
Not
but never
anymore.
obedient. I left
Elliot
all that.
stepped forward,
I've been
fists tight.
saving
What are you
people.
doing here? This
Trying to
moon
fix
is off
what
limits.
I did. The
And
man
you
smiled. Nothing
made
is
me
off
feel
limits
human
when a
again.
weapon is missing,
Elena
and she
screams.
is our weapon.
I'm not your
He
chance
looked at
at
Syrah like a
redemption.
lab sample,
I'm not your
a person.
guilt
She
cure.
stared back like
Before
fire
Jax
trapped
can
in ice.
speak,
Elliot
power
moved in
cuts
front
out.
of her. If she's
Lights
a weapon,
flicker.
then so am I,
Alarm
and you can't
begins.
have either of us.
Jax looks
the man
at the
raised
screen.
a small device
found
and
us.
pressed a button,
Outside.
and suddenly Syrah fell to
Flavor
the ground,
ships
her
are
body
landing.
shaking, her voice
Byron
choking.
steps
Something
out,
inside her had
smiling.
been triggered, something
Sharp
Elliot didn't
teeth.
know was there.
Cruel eyes.
He rushed to her,
speaks
trying
to
to
the
break
sky.
whatever signal
Give
was
her
hurting
back.
her. And the
Or
man
die
said
trying.
calmly, she's built
Elena
to obey,
stands
just like the
beside
others. You may
Jax.
think she's
But
different,
there is
she's
fire
not,
in
and
her
when she
voice
gives
now.
birth, we'll take
You
the
want
child
me.
too.
Come and
Elliot's
get
blood
me.
turned to ice.
She
He
picks
grabbed
up
the
the
weapon
nearest
from
pipe
the
and
ground,
swung it at the
her
device,
hands
breaking
steady
it.
from the man's
Her
hand.
pain
Sparks
is
flew.
now
Syrah
armor.
gasped, and her
Jax
eyes flared
looks at
silver
her.
again. The air
Not
in the
as a
room bent
victim.
like heat on
Not
metal,
as a
and everything
project.
went still. As a soldier,
She stood slowly,
the door
pain
burst
still in her
open.
limbs, but
The
fire
war
rising
begins.
again
in her veins. No more, she said, her voice not loud but unshakable. No more cages, no more control. The man reached for another weapon, but Elliot was faster. He tackled him to the ground, hands locked around his throat, eyes burning with something he thought he had lost long ago: rage, love, purpose. Syrah stepped forward, and the console lights turned blue, her energy touching the system, unlocking something hidden. A vault opened, and inside was a file marked Project Child, the last piece of the failed experiment, and the only one that still lived. Elliot looked at the screen, then at her. You are not a weapon, you are a key. And Syrah whispered, then let's unlock everything. Silence. No voice. No wind. No machine hum. Just Jax standing at the door. Weapon in hand. Ice cold. Heart burning. Elena behind him. Breathing slow. Her hand wrapped around the blaster. No shake. No doubt. The station lights are out. Only red emergency beams blink slowly. On, off, on, off. The shadows move with each blink. Enemies hiding in them. Byron's men. Hunters. Slavers. Monsters. A sound breaks the silence. Footsteps. Boots. Heavy. Then. Explosion. The door behind them blasts open. Metal shreds. Jax covers Elena with his body. They fall to the ground. Gunfire starts. Blue lights cut through the dark. Jax rolls forward. Shoots back. Each shot perfect. Each movement fast. Elena follows. No scream. No panic. She fires. Hits one. Then two. Blood sprays across the wall. She does not look away. Jax throws a flash bomb. Room lights up white. He grabs Elena's hand. Run. They move fast. Through the broken halls. Down into the engine core of the station. They need power. They need air. Jax connects wires. Sparks fly. The backup systems activate. Lights return. And the screens come alive. One shows Byron's face. Big. Smiling. Cruel. You think you can escape me again. You're still the same weak thing. Running from your truth. Elena steps forward. I'm not running. Not anymore. She slams the control. Cuts the screen. They turn. Enemies enter from above. Jax lifts his rifle. Elena throws a plasma disc. They fight like one. Back to back. Breath to breath. One enemy grabs Elena. She elbows him. Breaks his jaw. Shoots him in the leg. Jax takes a blade to the arm. But keeps moving. His blood falls. But he doesn't. He grabs a broken pipe. Smashes the last attacker's head. Metal cracks. Body drops. Then, silence again. But not peace. Jax falls to one knee. Bleeding heavy. Elena runs to him. She rips cloth from her sleeve. Presses it to the wound. Stay with me. You're not leaving me like this. Jax looks up at her. Eyes soft. Voice quiet. I'm sorry I lied. But not about what I feel. Elena whispers. Then don't die. Live and prove it. Footsteps echo again. More coming. Too many. Jax pulls a detonator from his belt. There's a bomb in the main hall. Big enough to clear the enemy. But we're still inside. Elena stares at him. Her eyes say no. He says, "It's the only way. Let me do this." She takes the detonator from his hand. Throws it aside. We fight. Together. Or we fall. Together. Jax smiles for the first time. A real one. Then they rise. They reload. They set traps. They stand in the broken doorway. And wait. Because this time, they are not the hunted. They are the storm. She is standing on earth. Grass under her feet. Sky wide and blue. Sunlight on her face. Elena blinks. Birds fly overhead. She hears laughter. Children running. Voices of family she never met. Then the sky cracks. Black lines. Like broken glass. Flames pour from the clouds. Ships fall. Screams rise. She turns. Jax is there. Bleeding. Fading. Elena, run. But she does not run. She reaches for him. Then wakes up. The ship is shaking. Sirens screaming. Jax is shouting orders. The sky outside is full of fire. The war has started. The human resistance fleet has arrived. Dozens of ships. Old but strong. Each one ready to burn for freedom. Byron's fleet is bigger. Newer. Colder. They move like sharks. Fast. Hungry. No mercy. Jax helps Elena to her feet. We got one shot at this. He hands her a case. Inside. A small glowing orb. She stares at it. Feels heat through the box. This is her DNA core. A weapon. A beacon. A key to a signal lost for centuries. Jax explains. Long ago, Earth made one last defense. A machine hidden in space. Alive, but asleep. It only answers to one bloodline. Yours. Elena nods. Where is it? Jax points through the screen. There. A planet made of metal. Silent. Buried in clouds. If you reach it and send the code, the system will wake. The war will change. But Viren knows too. He is coming for her. Not just to kill. To take control. Jax speaks to the fleet. His voice strong. Today we fight for the last of us. We fight for the broken. The forgotten. The stolen. We don't fight to win. We fight so they never win again. The ships move. Missiles fly. Stars turn red. Elena and Jax board a small runner ship. Fast. Light. No weapons. Just speed and hope. They break through the battle. Dodge fire. Slide past burning wreckage. Viren's command ship follows. Bigger. Stronger. Louder. Elena pilots. Jax shoots back. They fly into the clouds. The sky turns gold. The planet appears. Not a planet. A machine. A graveyard of ancient power. They land hard. Slide across metal ground. No time to breathe. Viren's ship lands behind them. He walks out. Alone. Confident. You can't stop it. You were never meant to lead. You were just fuel. Elena stands tall. I was never yours. And I'm done being fuel. She runs to the tower. Jax covers her. Fires at Viren. Hits him. But not enough. Elena reaches the core panel. Places her hand on the surface. It glows. The ground shakes. The sky splits. The machine wakes. A voice speaks. Human signature confirmed. System online. Protocol Earthfire active. Lasers shoot from the tower. Hit the enemy fleet. One by one. Viren's army falls. Jax watches from the ground. Bleeding. Smiling. Viren charges Elena. Too late. She turns. And the tower sends one last pulse. Viren turns to dust. Silence returns. But this time, it is peace. Message found. Audio playback active. Voice female. Tired but calm. If you're hearing this, it means I survived. It means we won. But not without losing pieces of ourselves. This is Elena, last survivor of Project EL7. Daughter of Earth. Breaker of chains. Witness to war. And this is how we remembered who we are. Playback ends. She is sitting alone at the edge of the metal world. The tower behind her still glows. The sky is clear. For the first time in years. No sirens. No ships. No war. Just wind. Soft. Cold. Footsteps behind her. Jax. He is walking slowly. Arm in a sling. Burns on his face. But breathing. He sits beside her. Says nothing. They watch the sun rise over the wreckage. One sun. Not two. No flashing weapons. Just gold. Elena speaks. Do you think they'll come back? Jax answers. They always come back. But next time, we won't be alone. A new human fleet is arriving. Ships from hidden colonies. From broken spaceports. From voices long silent. They heard the signal Elena sent. The Earthfire system woke more than machines. It woke memories. Jax looks at her. You didn't just start a fight. You started a future. Elena nods. But her eyes hold something else. Something unfinished. She pulls out a small chip. The one with her full genetic code. The one people would still kill for. She drops it into the fire beside them. Watches it melt. No more weapons. No more projects. Just people. Later, they walk through the remains of Viren's ship. Everything burned. Silent. But in the center, a chair remains. The cage where she once sat. The place she was sold. Elena stands in front of it. Then turns away. She does not need to break it. She already did. The resistance calls for them. New ships need leaders. Wounds need healing. Stories need telling. But Elena is not sure if she is ready to lead. Jax places a hand on her shoulder. You don't have to lead. Just be seen. Just stay free. That's enough for now. They return to the runner ship. Set course for Earth. The real one. Forgotten. But not lost. As they rise into the sky, the screen fades to black. One line appears. Sometimes freedom doesn't roar. Sometimes it whispers. And sometimes it burns.